Hi guys, I'm on holiday, so just on the move, and I just wanted to show you some stuff. This is an update on Stibor Lazaerek. Remember him from 4 years ago? That's going to be the theme this month. 4 years later, that's the theme. If you've watched the last video, I took a big break from commissions, and some of my clients were very happy for me to just sit on the models. And I was like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to keep doing this? And they were like, yeah, just take your time. So this is the result of them waiting. I hope that that's all cool. Here's Stibor Lazaerek. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm going to just say Stibor Lazaerek. Can I just call him SL? This is SL, Buddy SL. And the brief for this job was that he would be carrying a wounded battle brother. So here he is in some pre-heresy armor, looking all blinged up. And he has his staff here with his brazier. Is that what you call it? Is that a bra? And so there's a bit of a flame thing going on, but not too much. We wanted to keep it to the minimum. And then you can see that he's carrying this wounded space marine who, I think wounded is an understatement. He has been through the wars, that is for sure. He's got his foot sticking out there, out of his leg, totally broken, busted up, all which ways. He's missing his arm from the shoulder pad down. It's just a streaming pile of gunk, and as you can see there on the underarm, he's very gnarled up left arm and hand, kindly donated by, I think, a plague bearer. But you guys can see all that detail. I guess I should talk about actually practically how I do it, because that's the interesting part of these videos. So the stuff is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. This flame, Skaven. Oh no! This flame is from the Dark Imperium box set. It's from the Death Guard Lord. It's from his top of his head, whatever you call it, the icon on top of his head. It's a really awesome part, so I use that. If you look really closely, you can see the skulls on the back, which I'll keep there. And I pin these, so I drill a hole and I pin all the way up through here, so that's a bit of a tricky thing, unless sometimes I'll just plastic glue them, or plastic cement. Then what else are we looking at? So, obviously this body is Legion Praetor from Forge World. So it's a mix of resin for the body and then plastics out. So this is a plastic Space Marine head. This leg is attached normally. It's just got a bit of green stuff on the bottom. Foot's attached normally, but this leg's been changed. This part of the leg was previously facing out towards the left. It's been turned 90 degrees to face forward, tilted, and then the toe part has been cut clean off so that we get that step kind of look. You can see this gap here. This shoe will be built back in, and this gap here will be built back in, so it looks like his toes not straight on, because that's going to look pretty wonky if his whole foot is flat. It needs to bend. Green stuff mold, I think, of a skeleton that Vex sent me, I think from Fantasy, carved up, and this needs a bit of a file there. But the whole front of the Predator's front leg has been cut away to allow for this mold to be added on. Okay, so what's happening here? First of all, it was pretty tricky to get a Space Marine to carry another Space Marine, considering they're all pretty much the same scale. Luckily, the Predator from 30k is a little bit bigger, just a tiny bit. So what we've got to do is just cut a lot away. So everything from above the waistline on the Predator is cut away, just above here. The shoulder's missing, the side of the shoulder's missing. And then once I've cut out this back region here, I can fit the Space Marine backpack on the top, but it's really cheated because I cut 20% of the back away. That lets me keep the backpack close to the head, and then I'll just fill in that part of the backpack with green stuff. Just a standard head, nothing done to the head except, well, that's not true, the whole back of the head's been cut away to just make sure that it fits in with this detail here, and I can sculpt that back in. Basically the idea is cut away the stuff that's easy to resculpt. Don't cut away the stuff that's detailed, because if you have to sculpt it back in, you're in trouble. The power fist comes around as normal, but I've cut it away from the arm, as you can see there, and then I've cheated it back in, cut it again here at the fingertips, at the knuckles, the top knuckles, and then I actually segmented the fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4. The thumb is cheated for now, it's hidden away. I will probably put a loincloth over that, because I just don't want to deal with the thumb, because it's kind of confusing where it goes. And then I've just green stuffed the knuckles back in there. But yeah, you need to make several cuts to each component to make it all fit. Obviously this right leg is cheated. It's much longer than it should be for effect. And of course, how could the foot be coming out at the knee there when it's far below the knee joint? Again, for effect. Don't take away detailed stuff. Take away stuff that's easy to sculpt back in. That's my approach. And cheat. Because you want to get it to look like he's carrying a Space Marine. And here it does, even though there's just no way that it could really be possible given the type of armor they're wearing and the comparative size of each of the Marines. But that's him, ready to go. Well, not ready to go. As you can see, he's got no elbow, and there's lots of places that need green stuff and some detail added, but he's very close. Thanks very much, Vex, for waiting, and I hope you like Mr. SL in all his almost finished glory. Alright guys, hope you're doing well. I'll keep the updates coming. You can look to see something from me at the end of this week. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.